All right, welcome to One on One. My name is Eugene Anangwe. Thank you so much for being a part of this beautiful show right here on 89.7 Contact FM. Today we are having a new guest in the show because we are also in a new week and definitely expect more and more discussions and plus of course interactions on various issues that are shaping the news in Rwanda and beyond. Now in studio I'm joined by Lawrence Murenzi, the Executive Secretary of the Rwanda Media Commission. Welcome to One on One.
Thank you, Anangwe. Thank you for welcoming me here in Contact FM.
Yes, so we understand that the Rwanda Media Commission was put in place with a task of balancing the rights of both press and the public for a better and more informative society. So very quickly, let's jump into the pool of responsibilities of this commission. Today, as we speak, how would you explain the way or the modalities of performing this particular responsibility of balancing the rights of both the press and the public?
Yeah, a bit tricky question, but very sensitive question. First of all, the mandate of Rwanda Media Commission, a self-regulatory body, is it's provided within the media law and actually our blueprint. Our blueprint is a document that guides us the way we are supposed to be conducting our businesses in the self-regulatory body.
Yes.
So we have a threefold mandate of protecting the media consumers, as you are saying, enhancing the code of ethics, and also media freedom, advocacy, and journalists' rights. So your question of balancing the two, of course, we are protecting the journalists' rights, but using also basing on the code of ethics. So we are protecting them in case we feel, we realize, and we research on the violated rights, then we talk on their behalf. The advocacy part of it is very sensitive in Rwanda Media Commission. Now, when you talk of the protecting the consumers, the media consumers,
yes,
that's where actually even the stronger part of daily activities in Rwanda Media Commission is best. Because maybe if I jump, I would go back to this one. We protect the media consumers mainly when we receive complaints from the public.
So without receiving complaints from the public, there's nothing much you can do.
No. It's two-way. We do these things.
So you also have a monitoring.
There is a monitoring.
Of seeing what's happening and what is the public consuming.
Exactly. There is even self-initiated complaints handling system.
Tell me about this. Explain that a bit more.
You see, like we in the monitoring system we have in RMC.
Yes.
We may listen to different talk shows over the radios. We can read through different articles in the print media. Then we call the responsible media organs. We call them where we feel is unethical articles within the media.
So you have a team of people listening to all the radios that we have in Rwanda and reading all the papers that we have in Rwanda to monitor. Is this what you're saying?
It's like this. The monitoring and accreditation unit in RMC, though it is still small, among the challenges actually, I come back to that one, because we don't have today we don't have the monitoring equipment that monitors all the media in the country. But for the meantime, we are doing the sport monitoring. So the sport monitors, what do they do? As I was saying, is they read through different print media, they listen to different articles. Actually, we just select the so-called hot talk shows over the radio.
Is One on One one of them?
This one?
Yes.
Not really.
So it's not hot.
No, not really. It's hot, but it's not all that we have selected.
How do you pick? What do you base on to bracket or categorize it as hot?
I was coming,
Is it about the topics they talk about there?
I was coming to that one. The ones we selected this year are the ones that we think in Rwanda Media Commission we sat and said, let us scrutinize these ones.
Why?
Because in different meetings, in different congregations, these are such topics, such programs over the radios that were being pinpointed.
Why?
So we said,
could you explain more?
So we said, let us first deal with these ones. Then after one quarter, another quarter, we go to other radio stations.
Just hold that thought there. I would like us to really understand everything that you're saying. So you say from different quarters, these are some of the shows that are being pinpointed.
Yes.
Pinpointed by who?
Pinpointing is not, don't feel it as a negative pinpointing. It's like it's a hot topic that can lead a certain journalist or certain radio station to go astray over the code of ethics.
Okay.
So we just keep an eye over such programs.
Okay.
And that's part of monitoring we are using in Rwanda Media Commission.
Are you able to mention some of those shows?
Not necessarily now, but we can give you the list when you come to our offices, not on the radio. Yeah.
But it's self-regulatory. I thought probably it's an assisting particular way of doing things that even us can help in monitoring for you.
No.
For that person listening also can help you in monitoring for you and even give you the information of what they've had.
Self-regulation, I understand. I agree with you.
Yes.
It's your thing. It's your thing. You would be also actually coming to us and say, we had over this certain radio something that was not ethical. We agree with you. But today, because you see, when you are monitoring, it's like you are doing investigations, and we don't want to give our parts of the investigations before we could come to the conclusion. So that one we can leave it like that. Yeah,
fair enough.
It's fair enough.
So we leave it at that particular point.
We leave at that point.
Now, tell me about the issue, because you said today you don't necessarily have enough personnel to be able to do this monitoring that you're able to do.
Yes.
So what are you able to do today then?
Today we fully handle the complaints from the public, from the journalists, from the institutions, and actually we have so far received more than 30 complaints, and unfortunately 90% of those complaints they are the complaints that are against the journalists. They are the complaints that are complaining about defamation, facts that they don't have news that they don't have facts, and you find that the good thing of it is that after complaints handling, both the parties, they are all satisfied with the ruling of the Rwanda Media Commission Ethics Committee, and others, just a few of them are the complaints coming from the journalists. One, what we call the plagiarism.
Yes.
One claiming that a certain newspaper wrote his article without his authorization. We have like 2 or 3 of them. Others are purely from the public. Yeah.
So when we look at this self-regulation issue, do we really need it?
Yeah.
Why do we need it?
Actually, that's what we would have even started with. Because when we talk of the self-regulation, this is one of the objectives that came from the Rwanda media policy, the new media policy, that actually stems from a series of different reforms, as you remember. You remember the creation of this self-regulatory body, the law number 2/2013 that created a self-regulatory body, the law that changed the responsibilities of the Media High Commission, and actually those responsibilities were assumed by the new regulatory body. So it was from the state regulatory body to self-regulatory body. All of those changes that brought about the Rwanda Broadcasting Agency. So all those changes, all those new media policies that brought about these changes, it brings about media to prove to itself to the public and to even to the government that they can manage their things.
Okay. So when we say self-regulation,
yes,
just for those who maybe don't really understand when we talk about this, does this mean that you prefect yourselves, punish yourselves, sanction yourselves, and do everything regulation your own self?
That is exactly how it is. We have 2 bodies in Rwanda Media Commission. We have the board made of 7 people. Within the board, we have the ethics committee and the appeals committee. Then we have the secretariat. The board, the ethics committee, is charged purely to handle the complaints without any outside interference.
No influence at all.
No influence at all.
No strings attached at all.
Exactly.
Now let's talk about your advocacy role.
Yes.
You said earlier on that you also do advocacy for journalists.
Yeah.
How far can you go? And how much of advocacy has been done so far ever since this institution was put in place?
If you refresh and reflect back, you remember we had a number of different journalist arrests without even informing or even consulting any media organization, any association of the media. Now today...
So are you trying to say before a journalist is arrested, the media association has to be consulted?
Today, if there is any, even if it is not supposed to be like that, if there is any attempt to arrest a journalist, being suspected of any case, the police, they have to call and consult the Rwanda Media Commission. And the good thing is that we tell them, these are our cases, we handle them in the self-regulatory body.
Is this in the law?
Yes.
That before Anangwe is arrested, they have first of all to consult you?
We are talking about journalistic issues, not any crime. We are talking about any journalistic related issues. Today, they are supposed to be handled by the self-regulatory body. That is even why today we don't have any journalist in the prison. That is why today we don't have recent cases of journalist arrests. It's because of RMC's advocacy to freedom of the press and freedom and the rights of the journalists.
So from this particular statement, just sticking on that one, are you trying to agree with some of the accusations by some of the international rights bodies that were saying that journalists in Rwanda were being unfairly arrested, when you talk about the fact that today we don't have that and it used to be like that before? Are you trying to confirm that they were right?
No, you see, if we go by the claims and the statements of the international community and different international organizations, the Human Rights Watch, and others, most of them, even if we do what we do in the right way today, it will not stop them from talking what they are talking. And we are not doing what we are doing today because we want to please them. We are doing it because we want to make sure that things are going in the right way. So I don't think you have ever even heard them appreciating what a self-regulatory body is doing today. I don't think you have ever
Maybe
heard...
they don't know. Maybe they don't hear from you guys.
No. That one is a total lie. They know. And why do you think sometime back over the BBC Nigahuzamiliango program they announced the resolutions made by RMC against the rule against the journalists who had defamed Ingabire Victoire? It's because they know everything, but they announce what they want. You see? So what I'm saying is that Rwanda Media Commission, what is it doing today? First of all, we are doing it because there is a political will. The laws that were put in place were there to create such an institution. You see? So we are not doing it because we want to please and change the minds or what the international community, international organizations are trying to do. It's because we want to do things in the right way.
But how much powers do you guys have? Because you see in certain situations, institutions like this would even call for powers to either prosecute or, decide in their own meetings and have a gathering where they can have their kind of court and discuss their issues and sort them out from there. Do you have this kind of powers?
Yeah, the powers we have, the powers the self-regulatory body has. First of all, it is within the media law of regulating the daily activities of the media in the country. Two, the powers we also have emanate from the Code of Ethics. The powers that we get, the different sanctions we have.
What's the toughest punishment you can do?
The toughest punishment you can do is to exclude and actually it's excluding a journalist from practicing journalism. But that one, remember, it is approved by the General Assembly of the Journalists. Yeah, but it can be recommended by the self-regulatory body, but approved by the General Assembly of the Journalists.
And these journalists can still go to Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, and still practice journalism?
We are talking about what can be done in Rwanda. What can be done outside Rwanda, I don't have any comment. Yeah.
All right. So, looking at what we've seen recently, one of the stories was that one of Ingawire, a story published by one of an online publication. What really happened here? There are people who still up to today don't understand what was the mistake of Media House A, B, and C. Probably you could shed some more light on this.
Only that for those ones who are not aware very well of what happened, they can visit our website www.rmc.org.rw. But briefly, I can tell you what was the issue. The issue was about defamation. Rwanda paparazzi.
Was it defamation or libel?
There are some cases you can even judge as they have both sides, but whichever the case, it was like this. Rwanda paparazzi, Umusingi newspaper, and Radio 1 and TV, Radio 1 actually. But the origin of the article was from Rwanda paparazzi.
Yes.
So they claimed that Ingabire Victoire tried to poison a kid from the prison, and that kid was actually rescued by the prison guard. So Ingabire tried to tell them how, if they can change that article because it was not true. They refused, and then he came to Rwanda Media Commission, represented by her lawyer. Then we tried to investigate and called both parties, and they actually consented and agreed that they made a mistake. So we had to make a ruling. We requested them to make a correction about that article, because they had totally violated someone's personal rights. They had entered into personality of someone. So they agreed that they are going to make a correction. So we are trying to follow up whether that correction is going to be made and published in the same newspapers and over the web news.
Okay. Now, still remaining on that particular matter, there was a situation that took place earlier last week, I think sometime last week, when there was a shootout. There was a shooting that took place and 4 people were killed, and in certain quarters of the social media networks, and some purporting journalists even had to go to the extent of posting pictures of one of the ladies that was killed, and some of them writing, here is the picture of the person who brought their own death to themselves, or here's the picture of the person who led to whatever happened in that particular situation. So when you guys are seen doing what you did to this particular story of involving Ingabire and the Rwanda paparazzi.net, then you're not seen doing anything else concerning this other issue. Don't you feel that people feel that, okay, fine, probably you're failing in this area?
I don't think you can quickly state that we are failing, because even if I think that case. Did you see that?
post?
Yeah. And actually,
and what have you guys done apart from that?
That's what I'm coming to. We normally act on anything after making investigations.
So you're still investigating?
Yeah, we're still investigating.
How long will that take?
And we've sent we've sent some people to investigate on that one.
What are you investigating, by the way?
We are investigating on the nature of the issue, even if it is supposed to come to Rwanda.
But it's a picture with the wordings. What else do you want to investigate?
No. Investigations are Anangwe. You know that. Even if you yourself you are told to do investigations, you know that you'd give a report. So let us wait for the report of investigations, then it will come out.
How long will that take?
It can't go beyond a month.
A whole month?
That's the longest I can say. But you can go to investigations, and then you find out that you have made investigations after 2 weeks, after 1 week, then you've got what you wanted to get. Yeah.
Let's talk about involvement of the media in owning this self-regulation process. Do you feel that the rest of those practicing journalism in Rwanda feel part of this initiative?
If you remember very well, practically, from the practical point of view, we started working in January this year. we are now entering into a phase of massive awareness, including even the supposed to be the owners of this institution.
Mm-hmm.
You see? So even practicing journalists, I may say they haven't owned the institution.
Maybe they don't feel part of it, and they have reasons for that.
Which reasons?
I don't know. You tell me what you think could be leading them not to be part of it.
It's hard. See, you said that. Tell me. Do you know any reason?
No. If you look at it from the aspect of involvement, as you say yourself,
Yes.
then if you are planning to do an awareness campaign, then
Yes.
it means that you've noticed a problem.
No, we are doing awareness campaign on two sides.
Okay.
In the public and also
Mm-hmm.
visiting media houses.
Okay.
You see? You can't say that the whole community of journalism in Rwanda, after 6 or 8 months, they have fully understood what self-regulation is. If anything, self-regulation is a new concept in Rwanda. Not only in media self-regulation. Actually, self-regulation itself is a new concept in the country. You even don't have people to explain to them what it means. Only that they understand one thing. I mean the journalists. They know that it's good because they no longer go to the courts of law. They come to the ethics committee in Rwanda Media Commission. Mm-hmm. And that's the only thing, that's the important thing that would be bring them to own the institution. Mm-hmm. But when you come to something concerning owning the institution,
yes,
so that we can be self-sustained,
yes,
that's an issue.
Why is it an issue?
That's an issue.
Why is it an issue?
You always claim that you don't have money, you guys.
But do you have the money?
And for your information, the donors, they also they don't feel comfortable because they tell you what do you think will happen after 4-5 years when you stop our funds to you.
Wait a minute. Talking of donors,
let me continue.
Yes.
It means that they ask you. One of the person from the donors asked me this one.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you think the journalists contribute to the daily activities to fund actually the activities of Rwanda Media Commission? Then he said, does it mean that they want to go back and be regulated by the state?
Make us understand more this statement, where it's coming from and what it exactly means. Maybe in the nutshell, what are you trying to say?
It means that owning the institution,
yes,
they had agreed in the General Assembly that they'll be making their pledges on a year basis.
So you're talking of owning in terms of shares and contributions?
Not shares, contributions. Contributions. If a journalist, for instance, is supposed to be paying 20,000 per year, and he has spent 2 years without paying it, but when it comes to an issues of being that he needs advocacy and protection, he'll come to Rwanda Media Commission. So we are trying to go closer to them and explain to them the need and the necessity and why they should own the institution in all situations. First of all, they should be actually speaking on behalf of Rwanda Media Commission where we are not.
Probably give me 3 reasons. When I say me, I represent other journalists who may probably not feel the need of owning this process. In just probably 2 sentences, why exactly should I feel that I need to own or be part of this process?
Come again. What do you mean?
If you were to talk to the journalists who don't feel like they want to be part of this self-regulation process, what are those 3 words that you tell them, or 3 sentences that you tell them to enable them or to be able to make them understand the need of being part of this?
Yeah.
Convince me.
You see, you can even state it in one sentence.
Yes, let's go. 1 sentence.
You can state it in 1 sentence. Self-regulation is the easiest way of handling their issues without being regulated and being directed by any other institution apart from their institution that they erected and put in place. If they elected the board for them to be there for themselves, they should support them. You see? So they should support
So what
them.
kind of support are you looking
They
for?
should
What kind of support?
They should own the institution.
All right.
In 2 things.
Okay.
1, they should own the institution financially.
Okay.
2, they should own the institution in whatever activities the institution is doing.
So they need to contribute in terms of finances.
They need to contribute to the budget of Rwanda Media Commission, and they are aware of that.
Who funds the commission as we finish?
It is supposed to be funded by the journalists themselves.
But who funds it today?
2, it's funded by the donors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who may not have any strings attached and agendas?
Who actually don't have any strings attached. You see, even if we are being funded, we are being supported financially by different donors, we stick on being independent. We give them activities, they don't give us activities to do. We show them this is what we want to do, ABCD.
And who audits these funds?
Them.
The donors themselves.
Yeah, they
What about journalists who want to know also how these funds are being used?
Exactly. Actually, on 4th of September, we have the General Assembly, and we are going to make a financial report to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Lawrence Murenzi, thank you so much for being a part of
You're
One-on-One.
welcome, Anangwe.
Thank you.
It has been a short time,
Yes.
but I think if you get more time,
We will have more
always-
on this.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. You have represented Fred Buvunyi, who was supposed to come to the program, but due to other issues that he had to sort out, definitely he wasn't able to come to the program. He was the Executive Secretary of the Rwanda Media Commission, Lawrence Murenzi, our guest on One-on-One. The conversation continues on Twitter. The hashtag is 101RW. That is 101RW. Keep them coming. And of course, let's keep the conversation going on constructive debate and discussions on national matters in Rwanda. My name is Eugene Anangwe. Goodbye for now.